Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. And today we're going back after, I think we had the partial exam and then we had the week where we didn't have class. So we haven't met for a while in this type of classes again when we have the video and we practice what's in the video. So the new thing that we are going to do today, it's kind of the next step from what we learned in one of the classes from second semester, which was the cover interest arbitrage. I hope you remember the CIA. It was actually part of the partial exam. So now we are going to do three different complications to this simple or basic strategy, the CIA that we already know. We are going to do three complications, but you will need to practice because it is possible that I can mix these complications. I will explain in the first video what do I mean with mixing complications. So let's start with the first complication, which it's about bid and ask, because you might remember when we learned the triangular arbitrage in the second partial too, uh, we also complicated the basic strategy when we only had the triangle. We complicated the basic strategy about adding bid and ask, and by complicating I mean making it more real. Okay, so it's the same in here. We are going to complicate the CIA strategy by adding bid and ask, which in other words is making it a little bit more real. So let's start with this, with the data of this problem. So let's take a look really quick. We have an initial investment of 1 million pesos. We have a spot and forward for 90 days, but as you can see, we have bid and ask. And for here, I hope that you remember the concept of bid and ask. We have one video from second partial. I will try to make a quick refresh while I do the exercise. But if you need to rewatch that video, I think it takes 10 minutes. That video, it's really quick when I explain how what to do, which one you should choose. I explain on detail in that video. You can take a look at that video from second partial. I think it takes like 10 minutes to watch the video, but I will also explain it in here. And then we have the two interest rates, the interest rate for Mexico, the annual rate that has capitalization at 90 days. I think I didn't add it in here, but you can assume that, and it's the same for the American rate, 2% annual rate. So as always, I think the best way to start with this is with the structure that I usually do in these exercises. So let's begin with the initial investment, that is 1 million pesos. It's in here, 1 million pesos, that's what we have. The first thing that we need to do is to calculate the future value of this. Future value of the 1 million pesos in Mexico. So 1 million pesos, if I invest 1 million pesos in Mexico, I will have to use the formula that you might remember, 1 plus the interest rate of Mexico times the days, in this case is 90 days, as you can see from the forward, over 360. And we will get this amount of money. This is pesos, okay? So we get 1,010,000 pesos after 90 days. So the next step, as you remember from CIA, is to convert the 1 million pesos to dollars. So to make that conversion, this is a very important step in this complication because we have bid and ask. So previously, when we only had the basic CIA, it was quite simple, I would say, because we only had one spot, right? That was the only thing that we should care about. Not get confused and use forward instead of spot. Spot is for the present. So remember again, I will give you a very quick refresh. This line over here is the present. That's why I write it like this. And this line over here, this horizontal line is Mexico. That's why we always have pesos. That's kind of the logic behind this framework that I use. So in the present, I use spot. I hope that's clear. But the question now is spot bid or spot ask? Let's answer to that question. I hope that you remember. I will try to write it in here. But the rule that, and if you want, you can watch the video again from the Bid and Ask video. The rule is that when I need the currency at the bottom in the exchange rate or in the denominator, at the, I will call it at the bottom, I use what? What do you remember that? What? If I need the currency at the bottom, I use ask. That's the first thing to remember. And the other way around is if I need the currency at the top, I use another logic, another way to look at this is if in every exchange rate, the currency that they are selling is dollars, right? Well, sorry, the current in every exchange rate, in this specific one is dollars, but in every exchange rate, the currency that they are selling is a currency in the denominator, the one at the bottom, okay? So in the denominator, we have dollars, and at the bottom, we have dollars, okay? That's what I mean with that. So they are selling dollars. If they are selling dollars, and I want to buy dollars, they will take advantage of my need and they will sell it at the most expensive price. So it will be 20 pesos. Okay, if I need to buy what they sell, it will be 20 pesos. But if I need to buy the other thing, the thing that they are not selling, if I have dollars, because that's probably what will happen, right? Like if I need pesos, it's because I have dollars. So if I have the currency that they are selling, they will pay me less, okay? It's for them to take advantage of my need. That's another logic behind this. Again, I hope this is clear. Please let me know if you need another way to look at this. You can follow this logic. Also, there was another rule that if you divide when you convert, you should be using ask. So it's another way to look at it. There are different ways. I'm telling you 4 right now, but I think there might be 10. So if you need more explanation behind this, if you need more practice, feel free to come to Zoom class, send me a message, email, wherever I can help you with all of this. So following this logic, if I need to buy dollars, because that's what I need, right? I am in Mexico, I need to buy dollars. If I want to buy dollars, what will I use? Of course, I will use spot because I'm in the present. But the question is spot ask or spot bid? So to answer to that question, I need to look at this. So when I need the currency at the bottom, that means dollars, I will use ask. So that's why I will use ask, okay? I hope it's clear. 20 pesos over dollars. And the next question again, I hope this is clear. I think from your exams, you did pretty well. I think there were no major mistakes in this thing, which it's a very common mistake, but I'm proud that you didn't make that mistake. What do you need to do? Multiply or divide? Kindergarten level mistake, but popular mistake. So I think because we have pesos on top, and in the exchange rate, we also have pesos on top, we need to divide, right? I hope you remember that rule again. Pesos on top, division. If you have the other way around, you should multiply. So the division gives me $50,000. And remember the horizontal line at the bottom is the US. And the vertical line on the right is the future. This is the future. It's the US. So then I do the same thing. I need to convert my dollars to future value. So to do that, again, I use the same formula. This times 1 plus the interest rate of the US times 90 days over 360. This is the amount of dollars that I have in the future. And finally, the last thing to do is what should I do if I want to go back to Mexico? Because this is what I need to do. I need to go back to Mexico. I need to go back to the country where I started. So to go back to Mexico, I need to use a forward. I hope that's clear again. That's saying the basics from the CIA strategy. But the question is bid or ask. So now again, if I use any of the 4 logic thoughts that I already know, I can decide I will be sure to use the bid, right? Because I need the currency at the top. I need pesos. I have dollars. I am selling what they are selling. So it makes sense for them to pay me less. So it will be 20.5. 20.5 pesos over dollar. So again, the question, simple question, divide or multiply. In this case, it's multiply because I have dollars on top and in the exchange rate, dollars are at the bottom. If they are crossed, I multiply. Again, I think you can also watch the video if you are still confused with these things. You can watch the video where I teach you how to divide and multiply, how to convert currencies. I think it's very useful. You can keep it, you can watch it for later, even when you're working or whatever, it's useful. So the final result, as in the CIA, what you need to do is to subtract the final result in pesos minus what you would have had if you stayed in Mexico, in this case, 1,010,000. So the result is this, and you can even write in here that it's profit. So how do you interpret this? It means that if you go to the US and then invest in the US and then you come back, you will make more money than if only you stay in Mexico. So you make a profit of 20,125 pesos. So that's the end of this first complication. I hope it's not that difficult. Maybe you might face some difficulties right now because the last time we saw Vietnamese was a month ago or more maybe. So maybe you need to practice a little bit or watch their video if you need it. Practice with this, practice with the activity or homework, and then I think it will be clear. So this is the first complication. I will do other two videos with the other two complications. And remember, in the end, you can mix two complications, or we can have a huge exercise with three complications that it's huge, but it's not a big deal because you can just go step by step solving each part. But don't worry about it right now. I will do the two next videos.